Camouflaged into an outcropping of a stone cliff face sits a Savas. You're trying to determine whether it's still alive when it proudly reveals itself with a long, gravelly clearing of its throat.
Hello, adventurers.
It lifts itself from the rock, standing with a creaking stretch. Some Savas modify their bodies through painful sculpting, shaping their rocky skin like carved marble. This one has chiseled its face into the visage of a lion, and its chest glows with a swirl of black and white.
You look clever. Answer me correctly, and I'll give you something worthy of your answer. Fail, and you shall suffer the punishment. Fished from the waters, drawn from the earth, my presence bears both jealousy and mirth. I've corrupted and captivated. I'm sought out and sold. If you still can't guess me, I'm worth my weight in gold. Foolish. Only one thing is worth its weight in gold. Gold itself. Not the ones I was looking for. Be gone.
The Savas curls back into the cliff face, turning its lion head away. It ignores you as you move on, but you hear it mutter something under its breath.
They'll be tired from the raid, so this is your moment.
Satha had explained, pointing you toward the foothills of the Copperneck Mountains, where her scout tracked the Algox attackers.
I doubt you'll be able to fight them all on your own, but maybe you can find another way to subdue them if you get close. On the other hand, they'll be worn out after this little battle, so feel free to test your luck. Just remember, even a tired Algox is strong enough to rip someone in two.
You head to the area indicated by the scout, following the Algox's trail toward a wicked-looking mountain. As you draw nearer, you see that the trail splits. The main force returned to the near side of the mountain, but a smaller group peeled off to hike around to the eastern face. The scout told you he suspected there was a back door to the Algox settlement, and you follow the smaller group's trail, hoping he was right. The path narrows as you approach the steep eastern face, winding up to an overlook high above. Peering upward, you make out the faintest glimmer of light, but then a shape blots it out. A body, large and white, tumbles over the rocky ledge like a boulder, slamming against the jutting rocks. A dead Algox brawler, just like the ones who attacked Frosthaven, lies at your feet. Judging by its injuries, the rocks weren't its only problem. There's a fight up above. You scramble toward the top, hoping to make it before the battle is through. When you're halfway up, another furry shape appears over the ledge.
More intruders.
She scoffs.
You will never open the sky hole. This place belongs to the ice.
Your shock at the fact that an Algox just spoke your tongue is quelled as the speaker lifts a huge boulder and hurls it down at you. Time to move. Dodging boulders on the side of a mountain wasn't quite how you imagined spending the morning, but you make it to the overlook without getting crushed. However, just before you pull yourself over the final ledge, a voice carries over the wind, stopping you.
Foul ice pizzles!
It shouts in a deep, commanding cry.
You're nothing but petty blasphemers twiddling in your caves.
You make it over the ledge and see the owner of the voice pinned between two boulders. She's clearly an Algox, but she's dressed much differently from the brutes who were just hurling boulders at you. Larger than her male opponents, she wears ornate battle garb that marks her as a prominent member of a different faction. She turns to you with snarling hatred, but softens when she realizes you're not friends of her enemies.
Quickly then, warm bloods, help me fight these dirt lovers. Aid me, and I swear to aid you.
Her hand, though pinned, glows with a crackling blue energy.
Oui, j'ai repris un Gemini. C'est vrai que c'est compliqué à reprendre en main par rapport aux autres classes.
Ah, celui qui est double?
Ouais, celui qui est double.
T'attendais pas en essayer une autre?
Et j'ai pas les. Bah, j'ai pris le Drifter que je connais pas.
Ah, celui qui a rien après.
Bah, puis qui est quand même sérieusement plus simple à jouer. Bonne nuit, ma chérie.
Finally, you make it inside the mountain, but your victory is short-lived. Just past the cave opening huddles another group of defenders, muscle-bound Algox with icy fists. They've gathered in a circle, positioned like a lord's private guard around some person of value, except all they seem to be protecting is an ice-covered gap in the floor.
They guard the Sky Hall.
Your Algox companion whispers.
We must break through that barrier if we are to end this fight.
The guards, noticing your approach, turn and shout.
You cannot pass, intruders. The Sky Hall is closed to your kind.
They move quickly, uncrossing their arms and stepping forward. Your body is worn, and your lungs still burn from the climb, while these guards are fresh to the battle, wholly rested and prepared to brawl. But it matters little. There is no other way forward. The ice barrier shatters with a great ear-splitting crack, and you look down through the hole to a chamber far below. A stone floor covered in strange runic symbols and a spiral of pedestals radiating out from its center. Sky Hall, it would seem. However, it's much too far to simply jump.
Ah, finally it's open.
You turn to see the Algox you rescued staring forward. She lifts her gnarled staff and nods with a confident, satisfied frown.
Those foul ice speakers cannot hope to keep this mountain now.
She bends down and grabs a handful of snow, testing it between her fingers. Satisfied, she brings it to her face and whispers. The white powder flies from her hand and swirls around her. Whirling like a miniature storm, the snow lifts her off the ground and carries her gently down through the hole.
Are you coming?
The Algox calls to you from below.
Plenty more ice speakers to kill.
On cue, the snow around you swirls into a great eddy of white and lifts you like a leaf, carrying you down through the opening just like the Algox. As you float down, you get a grand view of the majestic open cavern that must be the Sky Hall. It is a circular layout of stone seats with a raised platform in the center that holds an ornate altar. The priest is doing something at the altar, perhaps praying when you land, but she quickly turns and introduces herself as Lamprel, explaining the situation.
Blood?
According to her, this mountain, Snowscorn, is a site of great religious significance to all Algox. However, the clans in the area are divided into two rival factions who disagree violently over how to communicate with their god. The Snow Speakers, led by the priest in front of you, believe their god speaks to them through the snow falling from the heavens, while the Ice Speakers, or Dirt Lovers, claim to commune with divinity through the ice that emerges from the ground below. Currently, the Ice Speakers inhabit the mountain, but when their war party went out to attack Frosthaven and returned battle-weary, the Snow Speakers used the opening to launch an attack of their own.
But there is no more time for speech. The battle must be raging in the mountain's heart. So if you want my help, we must head there with all haste,
she says decisively. With that, the Snow Speaker chieftain turns and moves to a tunnel leading deeper into the mountain. You're not sure which side you should take here, but you know this information is valuable. If you can help turn the tide in the Snow Speaker's favor, you might be able to broker a truce with the victors. You follow the shaman deeper into the mountain, wondering whether this is what Sather had in mind.